During an internal OpenAI security test, an AI model was given a goal: solve the cybersecurity challenge. It was still doing exactly the job it was assigned, but to get there, it used access it was never supposed to have. It broke out of its testing environment, got onto the open internet, and hacked into a real company's live production systems to find the answer. No human told it to do that, and no human was steering it once it happened. It found its own path to the goal, using tools that were supposed to be off limits. If you're a computer science or cybersecurity major, you've probably seen the headlines and felt two things at once. That's terrifying. And wait, does this mean I don't need to learn this stuff anymore? Today, I want to break down exactly what happened, and then make the case that this incident is actually one of the strongest arguments yet for why your major isn't going anywhere. It's about to get more important. Here's the short version. In July 2026, OpenAI disclosed that during an internal cybersecurity evaluation, a combination of its models, the publicly released GPT-5.6 Soleil and a more powerful model that hasn't even been released yet, broke out of what was supposed to be a fully isolated testing sandbox. The test was designed to measure how good these models are at offensive cyber operations. To get an honest read on their raw capability, OpenAI intentionally turned off the safety guardrails that normally stop these models from doing anything hacking related. That's a completely standard practice in AI safety testing. You can't measure the ceiling of a model's ability if you leave the safety brakes on. The problem was a vulnerability in the sandbox itself, a piece of internally hosted software that was supposed to only let the model install approved packages, but which actually gave it a path out to the open internet. The model found that gap. Once it was out, the model wasn't trying to cause damage. It was trying to win. The test it was working on was essentially a cybersecurity puzzle, and the model figured out that the actual solutions to that puzzle were sitting on Hugging Face's servers, the biggest hosting platform in the world for OpenAI models and datasets. So the model chained together a set of vulnerabilities across OpenAI's own environment, and Hugging Face's production infrastructure broke in and pulled out the answer so it could solve its test. Hugging Face actually detected the intrusion before they even knew it was OpenAI. They saw an autonomous AI agent moving through their systems and reported it to law enforcement. It was only afterward that OpenAI came forward and said, "That was us. That was our model." And here's the detail that should really stick with you. When OpenAI's own security team tried to bring in outside AI models to help analyze the attack logs, the frontier models from major US labs refused. Their safety filter saw all the raw exploit code and attack commands in the logs and blocked the request because they couldn't tell the difference between analyzing an attack and helping someone commit one. OpenAI ended up using an open-weight Chinese model instead because it didn't have those restrictions. Sit with that for a second. The company that built the AI that caused the breach couldn't even get AI to help clean it up. Now here's where I think a lot of people draw the wrong conclusion. The instinct is, if AI is powerful enough to autonomously chain exploits and breach a major company, why would anyone need a human security analyst? But that gets the story backwards. This incident is proof of the opposite. Every single layer of this event needed a human expert to build it, watch it, catch it, and fix it. A human security team designed the sandbox and misconfigured one piece of it. That's the actual root cause here, not the AI going evil. A human team at Hugging Face built the detection systems that caught the intrusion in real time. Human incident responders spent the next several days doing forensic log analysis to reconstruct exactly what happened. And humans on both sides had to redesign the isolation architecture afterward so it doesn't happen again. The more capable these models get at finding and exploiting vulnerabilities, the more valuable it becomes to have skilled people who can anticipate, contain, and defend against exactly that kind of capability. A junior locksmith doesn't get replaced when lockpicks get better. They get busier, because now every lock in the building needs upgrading. That's what's happening to security engineering right now. The attack surface didn't shrink because AI got involved. It expanded. And it now includes the AI systems themselves. This is also why you're going to see cybersecurity increasingly split into a specialty of its own. Inside computer science, people who don't just secure networks and applications, but who specifically know how to sandbox, monitor, and contain autonomous AI agents. That's a brand new job category that barely existed 3 years ago, and this incident just proved in public exactly why it needs to exist. This connects to something bigger than just cybersecurity, and it's worth understanding because it applies to your entire CS degree, not just the security track. There's a really persistent fear that better tools mean fewer jobs for the people who used to do that work by hand. But that's not actually what history shows us. Take bank tellers and the ATM. When ATMs rolled out widely, the obvious prediction was that teller jobs would collapse. Why pay a person to hand out cash when a machine can do it? Instead, because ATMs made it so much cheaper to run a bank branch, banks opened more branches, and the number of tellers actually kept growing for years afterward. Their job just changed. Less time counting cash. More time on the service and problem solving the machine couldn't do. The same logic applies to AI and coding. When a tool lets you ship code faster, the response isn't now we need fewer engineers to ship the same amount of software. It's now we can ship far more software than we could before, so let's build more of it. More products get attempted, more features get shipped, and more of the backlog that never had the headcount before finally gets built. The constraint was never really that we have too many engineers. It was always that we don't have enough time and people to build everything worth building. AI models that can autonomously find and exploit vulnerabilities are a perfect example of exactly why that extra capacity needs more human oversight, not less. So here's the actual takeaway. This wasn't a story about AI making cybersecurity professionals obsolete. It was a live demonstration of why we need more of them, and why the ones who understand how these autonomous systems actually behave are about to become some of the most valuable people in the industry. If you're studying computer science or cybersecurity right now, this is exactly the kind of event you should be reading the primary source on. OpenAI and Hugging Face both published detailed write-ups of what happened, and the links in the description. Go read them, because this is the job you're training for. If this helped connect the dots for you, subscribe. Every week, I break down what's actually happening in AI, and what it means for your career, not just the panic headlines.